So riffy. Riffy, good time.
It's a band that, I don't know, man. I feel like they've aged better than in a lot of other bands.
Mastodon?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. And I mean, shit, that's Mastodon from like, what, 2010, 2011, Crack the Sky?
I mean, you go back even as far as like Blood and Thunder, and you come up to Emperor's Sandwich, was an album I panned, I'll admit, but going back and revisiting it now, it's like I get it now.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting when it came out initially. I can't even remember because all I know is I felt like my hopes were dusted.
I think I might have had something to do with that because I was hyping the living fuck out of that record, and then it dropped, and it's like, oh, this is
I was pretty hyped for it as well because what was it before that? Once More Around the Sun?
Right, yep.
That, I mean, going back and listening to that, that's a damn good album as well. It's weird. It's weird going back to all these Mastodon albums, which I think there are 8, and kind of being blown away by it even after all these years.
Yeah. I was never really big into Mastodon until here probably within the last couple of years. I don't know why, not accurately so, but I always grouped them in with shit like Behemoth and everything.
Right.
And that's fucking not fair.
Is it because of the name? Mastodon kind of has a little bit of that quality in its name that might lend itself to extreme black metal.
Right? Yeah, perhaps. But and they're clearly not.
That.
They're clearly not black metal. I mean, Mastodon's fucking. They got some fucking talent in that band, man.
All I know is they're metal of various flavors. And you're doing things right when every member of your band is a singer.
Yeah, man.
That is so cool. I mean, everybody, I think that's what makes them so fucking unique.
Well, certainly keeps your opportunities for a variety of things because none of them sing the same either.
Right.
I mean, you can kind of, when Brett Hines is fucking belting it out.
When the bass player's singing. When the drummer's singing.
Yeah, absolutely.
The lead guitar player, Troy Sanders.
He's
kind of hard to
backing,
pick out.
Right?
Yeah, I think he's probably the most backing vocal out of the band.
Right.
Where the other 3 are usually taking front row.
Fucking Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast. Get together when the fuck we feel like it.
We're here.
Bang out a little show for you kids.
It's been a while.
Like 3 weeks. Well,
right before 247.
Man, well, and we kind of decided that was kind of how we were going to roll with some shit. Is that primarily right in front of like big fight cards, or if it's just been a little bit. Shit, thank the sky that we didn't try to pull one off last week or the week before. I was fucking working.
Yeah, you were earning them monies in the salt mines.
So yeah, and I mean, I don't want to go into the minutia of my job, but I have to fucking throw down a broadcast on some stuff, and yeah. So I was busy like every Friday for the last few weeks, and so this is the first Friday I legit have off since like late January, really.
Yeah, it was. What was it for? Meat slingers, right?
Yes, I was out slinging that meat.
And you were getting paid pretty damn good to do it.
I was getting paid real good.
Oh, man, I can't wait to see the videotape.
Kept looking around. Where's the camera? Don't worry, sir. There is no camera.
Can we have a camera?
Yeah. Like, what's this weird leather couch?
Smells like sex in here.
Your last name's Weinstein? Okay.
Oh, man. All right, I'll drink the blue water.
I guess that fat bastard's going away for a little bit. Not that long, though.
Well, he didn't get popped for the beefier crimes.
Right.
Just that he did what everyone assumed and he was accused of doing.
Yeah. Yeah, the dude could have went away for life, but no, they had absolved him of that shit and just went like, oh, no, he just raped some people. Oh, that's all. Okay, cool.
Do you buy the whole health thing?
No.
Me neither.
Somebody fucking put up a meme, and it's like somebody like with a walker and like outside of Goodwill. It's like, turning this back in. Apparently Harvey doesn't need it anymore.
Damn. God.
Well, who the fuck it? That's the oldest goddamn trick of the book. It's like, I'm going to show up and get some sympathy out of that jury, showing how decrepit I am.
But, I mean, if you were like universally hated already, would a disability win anybody over?
No, nobody.
When you're a trash guy?
If you're a dummy, I guess.
Yeah, he should have cut it.
That poor bastard.
He should have cut a fucking arm off. He'd have had a better chance instead of just breaking out a walker and maybe losing a couple pounds.
cut his penis off and just throw it at the jury. See, I'm done with that now. I'm done with that life.
That might do it.
Maybe, yeah. They'd certainly fucking put him away for being crazy.
Serve that 2.5-incher on a platter. Might be able to just cut a finger off and pretend.
Maybe. Yeah, I was like, there's my wiener. Like, that's got knuckles.
Won't get my granddad to whittle that into a cock.
Christ almighty. Yeah, so, shit, how's your week?
They're all a blur these days.
Yeah.
The place where I work has become a rather toxic place to be.
I think you've been saying that for years, right?
Well, at the beginning, it was because of outside elements. It was a shit town, and the shit people in it after midnight on shit bicycles coming to do shit things.
So now you have shit inside the hotel.
Yeah, it's now it's kicking in from within.
Yeah.
Just weird shit, vendettas, people pissed at other people being cheated on by people with people's sisters. It's just
cheating on your sister with another sister. Yeah, I get it.
It's not my scene, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's a fucking job.
Right.
That's all it should ever be, is a goddamn 9-to-5 job.
Right.
An 11-to-7 job, if you may.
Well, I think the fact of the matter is that you consider it something other than just a place to turn up at every day and fucking get a paycheck every couple of weeks tells me that you actually care, which is a weird thing.
Yeah, but not to say I don't have my lure in other waters.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd be a fool if I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, even when I have a really good week, and it's like everybody just leaves me alone, I can just do my fucking job and go home at the end of the day and, do whatever the fuck I do for 8 hours or whatever before bedtime. I still find myself fucking angry. I got off today. Yeah. I'm coming through this fucking town, quaint little town as it is.
Fucking town.
I swear to God, I'm going to get in a goddamn fist fight one of these days. And it's going to be because of somebody like, wow, that got you that angry?
Cheaper than a car wreck.
Well, because it's building. I don't feel it going away. It's like something that's just building and building and building. It's like, well, here we are. This volcano's about to go.
Yeah, and who's going to fucking bear the wrath? That's the thing.
Even as something as simple as this. I pull into the fucking car wash, and they got this meth head that fucking runs the thing.
Yeah, that one over by Mickey D's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm familiar. He's a creepy fucking man.
Fuck, yes he is.
I feel like any time you bring your vehicle over there, he's automatically like casing it. So if he sees it somewhere, he knows like, oh, there might be something good in there. That man can afford a car wash.
I get the feeling like nobody else in this town except for him. You could probably buy GHB if you're looking for it.
Damn.
That's probably the one guy who probably has a hookup.
Certainly not delving in mushrooms, that's for sure.
Certainly done time. I mean, clearly.
Oh, yeah. You don't look like that and not have been in the system at least once or twice.
So I pull in to wash the dirt off my Jeep that's fucking been on there since, I don't know, last like August or so. And I pull in. I always just hit the automated. It's like, fuck that. Just let that thing go. I'll just sit there and listen to a podcast for a few minutes and I'm out. I'm good. Dude comes walking out and I'm like, motherfucker, really? What could you possibly bring to the table here? He's like, hey, man, you want to get a good wash, go into the other one because we just put all new shit in there like 3 months ago.
I don't care. I don't fucking care.
To which then I just gave a big fucking sigh and said, all right, threw it in reverse. I back it up. I'm getting ready to pull in, and this cunt pulls in a subcompact car. Some jackass. He looks like he's probably a professor at the university. Comes whipping up and gets right up there. He pulls in. I went, you know what? Fuck this. I don't need a car wash that bad. I don't really need it that bad.
Yeah, right. Turns out I don't fucking need one after all.
Thought did cross my mind. I'm going to jump out. I'm going to whip this junkie's ass just for the sake of argument.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, fuck that, because I'm going to go to jail for fucking whipping somebody's ass that needs it.
And then you'll anger a bigger sect of people.
Nah. It's probably just safer for me just to come the fuck home and stay away from society.
Yeah, buy some, like, candles.
Yeah.
But I understand the building of the rage.
And it's just there. And then, on top of that, I can't seem to get a clear path the rest of my way home. Every time, at every turn, it's like, cool, open highway. Nope, not open highway. Some shitbird pulls out doing 10 miles an hour on the speed limit. refuses to fucking do 40 and a fucking, doing 30 and a 40. It's like, you got to get the fuck out of my way, man, or something.
Yeah,
why are you doing? Well, it's a Friday. Why are you like suddenly Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky? I'm doing 10 under the speed limit.
This is a town, and it's a town that's hard to pass people. This town wasn't built for that shit.
No, and on top of that, and you do run across the occasional asshole. It's just in the left lane and trying to keep pace with the dude in the right lane. So we can all be a part of their big old happy parade.
Because why the fuck not?
It's rage
is real.
It's boiling over, man. It's fucking starting to boil over. And then, like an asshole, I went back to town because I thought I'd throw down a couple of beers amongst friends and shit like that. Same shit. It's like, how are there so many fucking people on the road with nothing to do or nowhere to go?
Except to drive slow.
I mean, it's not all shit. Like, I'll get down through the middle of the downtown area, and somebody will be in the crosswalk. Like, oh, cool. I'll fucking go ahead and I'll stop. Let them through the crosswalk. Cool, because that's their life, and they're usually at least pretend like they're in a hurry. It's fine, whatever. But it's the other motorists that are driving about the same speed that people walking across a crosswalk are doing. They're doing about 5-10 miles an hour through the downtown. Damn. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
God, man.
Through the downtown, it's 15, 25 miles an hour. Cunts are doing 10, It's like, why are you, what's up your ass that you don't want to get wherever you're going?
Especially in a fashion that would be, you can go faster and you're not fucking hurting nobody.
Yeah.
Are you just not confident to go the speed limit? Is it just a suggestion? Is it really?
And sometimes, like, if somebody aggravates me bad enough, I might follow them all the way home, just see where they live. So, like, one day when I decide to pop off, I know where they live.
When the technology of cruise control basically became standard for every vehicle, there should be no more excuses for not going the fucking speed limit.
That shit drives me fucking crazy. If I'm going down the highway and I'm doing 65 and some shit bird comes whipping by doing 100 miles an hour, I think, good for that motherfucker. Good for him. Good for that guy.
I'll still talk shit and be mad, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
That's how I am.
Keeping the traffic moving. Keeping that shit going down the road.
It's when they do it when there's a vehicle coming in the other lane. When then you have to be the asshole and fucking hit the brakes. Yeah. Or be the asshole and speed up and see what happens. And damn it, I've thought about it a time or two.
I don't want to be part of the problem. I mean, the people that do that, those are the people I'm going to whip their ass. But
yeah, but if you're going to whip around me over a goddamn hill and then another vehicle's coming... And I'm the one that has to fucking hit the brakes. There might be one time I just gun it too, motherfucker. And then you have to make the choice. Do you run into me or do you run on the fucking road yourself, you piece of shit?
That's that kind of shit. My problem is with that is like, yeah, clearly you're fucking violating some laws and shit there. You're not supposed to pass like that shit. But
that made me a little angry.
Yeah. I mean, I even, there were some things I needed. And I thought, yeah, I could go to Walmart, but I know I'm going to run into fucking people. I'm going to want to rip their throats out.
Sure, it's Friday.
So I thought, nope, yeah, you know what? I'm not. I'm just going to hit up the fucking little ghetto convenience store down on the corner, grab myself a 12er, throw it in the old guest room and shit like that, and, and rock and roll.
I like the bedroom beers. It's a good idea.
Yeah, no, we're steadily keeping about 48 beers on hand around
I feel
here.
like we're also steadily drinking about 48 tall boys as well.
Per weekend? That ain't bad. That's a good run.
It's pretty good. I'm pretty proud of myself.
But other than that, yeah, shit. And then I get home and I thought, man, I just want to find a fucking concert that I can kind of ignore. And then, but it's a good one when you fucking can't. There was a Who concert from way back before you were born. Shitting barely. I think I was still shitting my pants, so I was probably 15. No, from 1975. The Who in Texas is on Prime Video. Fucking like almost 2 hours long. That's a goddamn show, man. I mean, everything's a hit. And that was 1975. Like, surely they're going to play a bunch of shit I don't care for. Nope, everything's a hit. Goddamn, who knew the Who could bang out 2 hours of hits in 1975?
And from what I've seen so far, and it with pretty good vim and vigor.
Yeah, man. Well, they were young. So.
Yeah, sure, it's 75. That was 45 years ago.
Roger Daltrey, quite a bit younger back in them days. So
he was in the Highlander TV series, I think.
Roger Daltrey, really?
Yeah, I think so.
But anyway, that fucking thing was 45 years ago. I'll cut the guy a little slack if he's lost a little half a step,
Yeah, I don't know, man. He seems to still kind of be able to belt.
Yeah.
Certainly he's aged a little better than Mr. Plant.
Robert Plant is exactly where I was going to go, yeah. Fuck. Who's Well, where would you put him out in scale to, like, say, like Mick Jagger?
Oh God, I don't know, man. I think I'm the wrong guy to ask.
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan to begin with,
Man,
so
it's a little
I'd put
before your
Robert.
time.
I'd put fucking what's his face above Jagger.
What, Daltrey?
Yeah, I'd put
Yeah.
Daltrey above Jagger.
Yeah, I probably. I don't know. I hadn't seen that guy in a while. Pete Townsend's out in front of the fucking public more than Roger Daltrey is these days. But
Right, but guitar players, as far as all they lose really with age is speed.
yeah, well, I don't know. You can look at Jimmy Page. That guy still brings it, but he's playing the same shit he did 40 years ago.
That's true. It's all muscle memory at this point.
Yeah,
He's not noodling on newer shit, I don't think.
yeah, man. And that's kind of a sad thing. And the dude just looks really, really old. Now he's in like some fucking weird argument with some younger fucking pop artist or whatever over in England over property rights and shit. And
God, man, must be bored.
yeah, fuck. I could look it up, and I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care enough to either.
Yeah, but yeah. So anyway, so I threw on that fucking Who concert. Like, cool. Well, that kind of hit me right in the right spot. That's the only reason I was able to even go back into town for a couple beers, and that was it. 2 beers, didn't feel shit. Came home. I'm on beer number 2 already over here, so that's 4 on the day. I don't feel a goddamn thing. Of course, now it didn't hurt that I was jamming for a while too.
Yeah, rage and exertion of said rage will help a lot.
Yeah. Well, noodling around, found a really, really cool like grunge lick yesterday that will certainly be working into some of our shit. And it's just fun to play. And I was like, God, I gotta fucking loop that thing and play over it and see what happens. Actually, I think the lick stands on its own. But
yeah, no, a lot of hearty creation, which is on Mr. Robbins' YouTube channel.
yeah,
If anybody's interested,
I mean, they're mostly ideas. That's all I'm using it for. I'm not throwing it out there for the
as a
public.
catalog for ideas.
I mean, if somebody wants to shit on it, that's fine. I don't care.
Cool, I'm gonna get on there, shit on it.
There you go.
I'm gonna shit on it.
But I mean, it's just like, it's just for ideas for a lot of the shit we're working on. Because I think if we go nose to the grindstone, I think we might be able to whip out about 3 or 4 fucking originals before the end of this year.
On top of the riffs that you already have and the ones you created this week,
Yeah,
say there should be plenty there.
I think so. Sufficient. Shitting on top of that, potentially an Eddie Money fucking cover, right?
And it's not 2 Tickets to Paradise.
No. And there's another one. I was just goofing. And I was like, wait a minute, this sounds like something. Yeah, it does. It sounds just like a fucking Eddie Money song, except a doom fucking tune, drop D, doom kind of fucking
Eddie
just
Money drop D.
Yeah.
Who'd ever thought? I don't think anybody.
Well, and you'd actually identified. It's like, yeah, it sounds like Eddie Money if the Foo Fighters were fucking backing him. That's about right.
That'd be a cool little mashup to do.
Yeah, it's little.
Might be beyond our pay grade.
But yeah, so just been playing a shitload of guitar this week, trying to talk myself out of buying a guitar, but I not successful so far. So I guess that'll probably move forward.
Still on that side of the fence?
That same one, yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah, I'd kind of, a lot of way too much thought went into it. And I try not to consult my brother Daryl because he'll talk me into a sensible instrument. I don't want a sensible instrument. I want a fucking beast.
Right.
A sensible instrument would be a Strat style body with a couple of passive pickups, probably Seymour Duncans or something like that. That's not what I'm going to do.
Yeah, because that price range there is like what, $8 to $1,000?
No. I mean, you could any number of things. A while back, I'd narrowed it down. I really like the craftsmanship and that ESP that you have, that LTD. Yeah. This is a straight up ESP, and it is a M style body, which means it's the Strat body style with 2 fucking EMG. No, I take it back. 3 MGs in it. 2 single coil EMG 10s. The single coil, the SA.
Yeah.
Fucking pickups at the neck and at the middle position. And I believe it's an EMG, I think an 81 on the bridge, which means that thing's a screaming fucking guitar.
God, dude. That's that is a over-the-top fuck you guitar.
Yeah. They've only been making, ESP USA has only been around since, they only started making guitars in this country like 6 years ago. 2014 was when they started rolling them out.
I feel like for the price of this guitar, you are hitting mid-range Paul Reed Smith status.
Yeah, you know what? And I thought about a PRS. I really did. But man, all the shit I've talked about PRS players. I mean,
Yeah,
that'd come back to haunt me.
But if you're wanting like exaggerated, over the top guitar, PRS is it.
Yeah,
especially in the color schemes and stuff.
Sure.
You know,
I mean, they're fine instruments. Just every time I've ever found anybody playing one, they're usually an asshole.
That's very true. The only man I ever knew personally that had 2 Paul Reed Smiths, one of them was a $4,000 like fucking hollow body.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I'm
well, $4,000 for PRS is about right.
He's college money to buy it.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, but he ended up going on to have a great job in California to pay this shit off because he's doing graphic design. You know the on Fox Sports, like the football, the gridiron guy.
Okay,
that CG thing that pops up,
the robot thing,
the football robot.
Right.
It was shit like that they would do.
Okay.
Until he was like diddling kids on the internet.
Oh, that's a problem.
And then things went to shit.
Yeah. You need to sell some PRS guitars for a fucking good lawyer.
Yeah. And you know you're going to be marred for the rest of your days after that anyway.
Yeah.
So you better just go ahead and hold on to one guitar and just keep playing it because that's probably the only happiness you're going to find in life.
Fucking street corner busking for your life.
Ooh,
yeah.
They won't know you're a petter ass on the streets. They'll just assume.
Yeah. But I mean, you go to throw in a few grand at an ESP, you're gonna get pretty much in their upper end, their high end shit. You know.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can get
in anything.
Well, you can get an ESP all the way up about $4,000. I'm not going up that goddamn high.
Well, yeah, you're not insane. You're just a little crazy.
Yeah, but I'm good. I'm part of the way there. But yeah, man. But $4,000 for a PRS, you're getting kind of like a mid range, maybe upper mid range, fucking Paul Reed Smith. I mean, because if you're wanting to buy a goddamn high end Paul Reed Smith, you're looking at $5,000 to $10,000.
Cool.
Yeah,
bro.
But this one I dig it because it is a bolt on, which a lot of people say, God damn it, you have to have a neck through in order to fucking justify that amount. Not necessarily. I've always kind of liked bolt ons. I mean, granted, my Les Paul, I dig that guitar. I'm still gonna play that guitar. But it's gonna allow me to set up that guitar very differently.
Sure. Absolutely.
I'm going to use the Les Paul basically as a platform for a lot of classic rock and a lot of blues kind of shit, you know. It's not going to be my Slay the Dragon fucking metal guitar. That's what the ESP will be. Again, it's got EMG pickups in it, which and I always get people trying to talk me out of shit all the time, and I fucking hate it because what it does, the rebel in me kicks in, and I do the exact opposite that some asshole's telling me. I mean, I'd had a friend of mine online. He's like, man, if you've never played active pickups, you probably might want to stay with the passive. He's like, go fuck off, man.
And you've played active.
Yeah, no, I have. I played your guitar, yeah.
On that ESP, those are active fucking pickups, and they sound great.
Yeah, you know, and I can see where the argument could be made. It's like, well, yeah, but then all of them sound kind of the same. Sort of, if you're not tweaking your tone, you know. But I mean, but what are you, an asshole? You're just gonna fucking keep everything
ride
the same.
That one thing, yeah.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, man, it's a good looking guitar. It's fucking quilted maple top on it. Sweet fucking binding on it, looks great. Yeah. It's got a fucking full natural wood tone. And
that
on the
binding
back.
Goes all the way through the neck, around the head, back down. Right, it goes around the whole guitar.
And matching headstock. Yeah, the tuners of those fucking high end German motherfuckers. I mean, everything on that guitar that could be pointed really, really well is. The one thing I did have to kind of look into because I do respect my brother's advice on shit. Daryl told me, he's like, man, if you've never really fucked around with Floyd Rose, you might want to kind of dig deep. And I did, and I'm good with Floyd Rose. I really am.
Yeah.
Pain in the balls when it comes time to change strings, but man, I play a lot, but not so much I'm going to be changing out strings every few weeks, you know? I mean, I'm not a gigging musician or anything. So I'm not too worried on that side of it because you deal with a locking nut and, well, have fucking fun, you know. But, Floyd Rose tremolo on it. It's ebony fingerboard. It's got all the bells and whistles I really want.
As fuck. Yeah. I can't wait to fucking try it out myself.
Yeah. So yeah.
Because I'm one that's fucking telling you go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, and so within a month and a half, it'll be here and be really, really thrown down the rock and roll.
Turn those fucking volume knobs up and breaking them off.
I'm gonna just put a bunch of fucking standard chain letter on every neighbor's door around here, and hey, just so you know, it's gonna be a little loud for a while. I promise to shut it down by 10 p.m.
Because by then we'll be too drunk to play anymore.
Probably so. Probably. But yeah, ESP USA, handmade right there in fucking California. So not that I put much stock in California, but but when it comes down to it, a lot of it is, say, guitars out of like maybe Malaysia, Indonesia, or some of your more dubious countries, China. The fucking, they don't match up, especially on bolt-ons. Man, you got to take a real close look, and maybe you luck out, and maybe everything matches up just right. But a lot of times there's going to be the smallest little bit, and it's like, it's not perfect. If you're dropping that kind of money, it better fucking be perfect. So
Damn
so
right.
then I kind of stave off all that shit, man. I was just looking for a Japanese ESP, but I went down this weird fucking little cosmic bunny hole weeks ago and went, there it is. Oh, that motherfucker's made in California. What do you know? Because I didn't even know that ESP had a fucking USA arm to it. And they haven't for long. So.
Well, somewhere Wayne's balls are tingling.
Well, that would only be over a white Strat Jimi Hendrix fucking knockoff,
Ooh, wow. Well, no, probably because he has to get a bite of that.
Oh, I thought you were
right?
talking about the fucking Wayne's World.
Oh, no.
Like,
I'm talking.
Oh, yes, she will be mine.
I'm talking about Wayne, your dealer, your drug dealer.
The Sweetwater salesman. Yeah, well, no, he doesn't even know it yet. He's still looking. Man, because I was going to go with an Evertune bridge, and I read too much shit on it. As much as I like to bend, and I like to bend a lot.
Right.
The Evertune bridge tries to counteract all your purposes and tries to keep that motherfucker in tune. So you're sitting there like throwing a wild-ass bend. The bridge goes, nope, and it snaps in place.
It basically is for aggressive players that want to keep a guitar in tune.
I mean, if you are a metal staccato fucking picker, a lot of your lead parts and shit like that, and you never bend, you rarely ever slide, and basically just hammer on for days, sure, Evertune would be great.
Yeah.
But, man, I got a little too much soul in my shit, so, there it is. Sorry to bore the fuck out of everybody for talking about guitars for
hey, no, fuck it, man.
20 minutes or so.
I thought it was just about 15.
Oh, okay. But, yeah, so that's something I'll be looking forward to in about a month and a half.
Big old 5-0.
Yeah, man. Much like the state of Hawaii.
I don't know what I'm going to do for my big 4-0.
Get a couple prostitutes.
I'm figuring at least 4 whores, one for each decade of my life.
Show up out here with 6. Like, Kevin, I'm gonna need you and 2 of those whores to get the fuck out of here.
But no, I'll need to get 5. I'll need to get 5 because the 5th whore will have to represent the future.
Oh, there you go. All right, good man. Forward thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I won't decide which ones will represent. I'll just pick up 5, and the prettiest one will be the last.
There you go. And for all you ladies that are getting your panties in a wad, we mean whores in the truest sense, not like just random chicks.
Yeah, like, have you ever seen Leaving Las Vegas? That's actually my ideal woman.
There you go.
Will you come blow me and bang me while I drink myself to oblivion, please and thank you?
I was like based loosely on Hunter S. Thompson, yeah?
I don't think so.
No, that's Fear and Loathing. Never mind.
Yeah, Leaving Las Vegas, that's just Nicolas Cage basically living the kind of life I'd like to go out on.
It's not the one where it's like a buddy weekend and they accidentally kill a whore, right?
No. No, he's like I can't remember I think he's an author or something, and he loses everything, so he goes to Las Vegas to die, to drink himself to death and just whore it up. Finds this whore, they kind of fall in love, but it's a strenuous relationship because that guy is drinking all the time. Even when he's fucking dying, he's pouring the liquor down.
Throwing a little heroin, and you got the old Sid and Nancy story there.
He never, I can't recall if he did drugs. I can't recall if he did drugs in the movie. But I know that he went out fucking with like vodka in his mouth and a woman on top of him, and he died.
There you go. Well, that's the way to go, right?
Yeah. And the whore was crying.
Oh, there you go.
Because she really loved him.
Much like Gypsy Tears.
But he didn't love anybody. He hated the world. That's why he left the way he did.
Yeah. I think the movie I was thinking, I want to say it was like Dangerous Intentions or something like that. It's like
Dangerous Liaisons?
It's like a buddy weekend in Las Vegas or whatever, and like they're all getting drunk and shit, and they're breaking out cocaine and whatever. And then they get a prostitute up the hotel room, and one dude like accidentally like impales her on some fucking weird accessory art piece on the wall.
I think that's Dangerous Liaisons.
Maybe, yeah. But then after that, then all of them, then they go out and bury her out in the desert, and then the whole fucking rest of the movie is all of them constantly thinking they're going to get caught. And then, like, I think they, like, start dying, like, one by one or whatever. I don't know. It's been a long
That
fucking
sounds
time.
a lot like I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
Kill a man who's like a fisherman.
Yeah.
Think he's dead. Don't talk about it. And then he comes back 5 years later and starts picking you cunts off.
Well, let's face it. Fucking Hollywood rips itself off. They eat their own all the time.
Absolutely. Creativity is dead.
Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast where we talk about three things. Well, sometimes we'll broach it, sometimes not. I think our last time, I don't think we fucking even breathed a word about metal or mead, actually. But batch of Troublemaker underway. We need to probably move that here in the next week.
I was thinking March.
Yeah, first weekend of March. Because it'll have then been in the primary fermentation a little over a month. So
Undisturbed, which is how we like it.
yeah.
Taking time.
Yeah, a few of you have asked about the Holly King. That's kind of a sore subject because, frankly, I just haven't made my way to the printers. And I need to redo the label and then get that over to Brandon so he can fucking reformat the template and then send it back to me, get back on a goddamn jump drive back over to the print shop to find out their printer's broken again, probably.
Right.
I'm assuming, but...
Well, that's the bad news. But we do have good news as far as production of things. I don't know. Are we wanting to drop this?
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
Well, the discussion and the photo you sent me a couple days ago.
I sent you a lot of shit in the last couple of days.
Well, that is Echoes of Ancient specific.
Oh, yeah. No, that's perfectly fucking fine. I don't want your money right now, but 1 week from Monday.
We all getting some new shirts, bitches.
Yep. Merch.
Fucking version 2.0 bro.
Yeah, if you got the original brown one with the gold Zia knot,
Cherish it.
you're special.
Hold it, cherish it. If I come to your house asking for it, you got to give it to me, though.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm talking to you.
But
you
yeah,
know who you are.
But this one's very different. Like for Christmas, Brandon got me some shit with a cool logo on it because you bought that, right?
I was really no. Oh, the logo?
Yeah.
No, I didn't buy it.
Oh, I thought you like had that commissioned
Fuck
or
no,
something.
I found it on the internet.
Oh, there you go.
Took the background off and put it on there.
There you go. Well, and then so we kind of made it our own. A couple of little adjustments here,
Well, it's
there.
Odin's Ravens.
Yeah. And slapped onto a Heather Gray fucking T-shirt, and it looks pretty great.
Oh man, it fucking looks amazing.
So we'll be getting those in a week from Monday. If you want one, fucking hit me up. It's only $25. So.
Yeah, and you wanted to even help the cause even further, throw a little extra in for the musical effort. We might even throw in a bottle.
Yeah, well, with what we have, I don't know what our stock is like. I was getting ready to say, well, shit, I think we have enough Green Man, because there's.
I know we have more Green Man than we do Batch 1.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, because Batch 1's been around for coming up on a year here before too long, but
it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, you know what? You throw us 40, I'll throw in a bottle of Green Man.
Do it.
And it's a very limited run. We're only doing, I want to say it's like 5 XLs and like 7 larges.
The bigger you are, the quicker you better get to us.
Yeah, no, that's a fucking fact. We
got one 3X, but that's already spoken for.
There is no 3X technically, because
There is no Dana.
That
Only
one's
Zoom.
already figured out. We'll have one double XL. I want to say 5 XLs and 7 larges, but even then, those numbers are off because clearly I'm going to have one for my fucking self.
Right.
And Brett, clearly, because he's a founder out here as well. So that means technically only 5 larges. So just letting you know, we will have new shirts, but they're going to go, and they're probably going to go really fast. So
yeah, I'm a big fan. It looks great.
Yeah.
I think folks are going to really dig it.
Yeah, maybe we'll post a photo. Fuck, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll think about it.
Yeah, no, because it is pretty slick. Because the reason I give pause is because the photo looks like the lettering is a little fucked up, and it's not. I got the final proof; it looks fine. But the grab of like, oh, here's the shirt you built, it doesn't look right. But the final proof.
Well, you have the logo, and they center it once they get to work on actually making it. Right?
Yeah, and they had the final proof looks great. So.
Good enough for me.
So that's good for Mead and for kind of the business. Metal.
Normally at this time we'd throw to LJ.
By the way, and this podcast is dedicated to that guy. He lost his father yesterday, and it's you know, I mean, we might be some heartless cunts, but you know, when somebody kind of that's in our circle, you know, they have a fucking loss, man, that our heart goes out to the guy.
Especially the loss of mother or father.
Oh yeah,
you know, it's bad. It's fucking bad. You lost your mother, it was bad.
Yeah.
I've lost mother and father. I mean, it's something that we can all relate to,
right?
You know, so that's why it's such. It doesn't matter even if you see it coming or it's unexpected. It always punches you in the gut the same way.
Yeah. So anyway, LJ, man, you're in a thoughts, dude.
Yes.
But,
no, you're sober, but we'll drink one in your honor tonight.
Yeah, we usually drink for you anyway, but
that's true.
We'll throw a couple extra down tonight.
Throw another one over our shoulder.
So, in the absence of LJ, what do we have going on for the metal side, sir?
Apparently, Dimebag Darrell wanted to reunite Pantera a month before he fucking got his brains blown out.
Man, I heard about that. I don't know how much of that is some weird wishful fucking thinking and some amalgamation of facts that somebody tried to piece together. I don't. What are your thoughts on that story?
You know, I think it's the only reason I think it's legit. The source, I mean, it was. Let's see, who the fuck was it?
It was on Metal Injection, right? But, or
Daryl Arnberger, the guy that would record all their shenanigans, basically, said that he was fucking Damage Plan, just wasn't doing it for him.
Yeah.
And I agree, man. You listen to Damage Plan. Does it sound anything? It's not supposed to sound like Pantera because it's not.
Right.
But does it sound like Dimebag Darrell at his fucking best?
No. I mean,
no way.
But the problem I have with that, too, is that, man, I mean, because which record was it? Hit the anniversary a couple of days ago, 28-year anniversary.
Vulgar Display.
Yeah. Do you see, I mean, I think that is the peak of really their sound, right?
I think Far Beyond Driven.
Oh, well, you know what? Actually, that's a pretty good
Far
point.
Beyond Driven is, I believe, their peak album.
I mean, Cowboys.
Not my favorite album, but I think it's the album where they peak.
I mean, Cowboys from Hell is always going to have a fucking spot in my heart, but you know,
oh sure, of course.
Vulgar Display of Power. I forgot about that one. God damn it, you're right. That would be peak Pantera. Yeah.
I mean, Great Southern Trendkill is probably my favorite. Funny thing about that album is though, Dimebag, Vinnie Paul, and Rex Brown recorded that album in a studio, and Phil Anselmo sent vocals in from another location. No. That was when the fucking riff began, was with that album, but you could fucking hear it in the vocals too.
You know, that's the whole thing though. It's because Damage Plan was basically Pantera's son's fucking lead singer and fucking bass player.
Yeah.
And I really, man, I still want to think that if they had figured out a way to jettison Phil Anselmo and really bring in somebody else that could have torched it like Phil at his height and his peak without the fucking personality.
Yeah, but that wasn't how they worked, man.
Yeah, I know.
They were family. They viewed it as such. And if one guy didn't want to do it, they just quit doing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, which more power to him, but clearly, I mean, the loyalty wasn't as important. You can't make that argument because they did bounce a little. I mean, every time a new wrinkle would come up, they'd move on to the next thing.
Yeah, but when you, I don't know, man, Dimebag just fucking viewed it bigger than a band.
Yeah.
And when one person heart wasn't into it, he felt like there was no reason to do it anymore and to do something totally different. And that just happened to fall on its ass and get him killed.
Yeah.
There ain't no one bringing a shotgun up on stage of a Pantera show.
You know what would have been probably a really good lineup is, you know, if they had, and like you'd said, Phil Anselmo, that was the thing. They're not Pantera without that guy. But man, you imagine if they'd have brought in like Joey Belladonna or somebody like that.
Oh God.
I mean, that would have been
the singer from Anthrax.
Yeah, dude.
For Pantera.
Sure.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think it would have melded pretty good. Or that fucking first guy there, that dude.
I think you might be drinking Bill Cosby beer.
So clearly not a Joey Belladonna fan.
How does Joey... No, I didn't say that. But how does Joey Belladonna's singing style match up with Pantera's music?
Because it would have been more thrashy, like the fucking call back to the older shit. Definitely like the raw fucking Pantera energy.
So basically, going forward then,
Would have been going backwards.
How are they going to play the old shit? Joey Belladonna can't sing like fucking Phil Anselmo in no way, shape, or form.
Well, he can just belt. Can't fucking.
He can't belt like that.
Not like that though.
That's like Lane Staley shit, man. That is addiction coming to the fucking surface.
Yeah, that's probably right. Hey, fucking Lane Staley wasn't doing anything at the time.
Hey, that might have saved 2 lives. I'd been behind that. Yeah. I'd been way behind that.
I don't see how that fucking works either. Yeah, I'll concede the argument. Phil Anselmo is about the only fucking thing they could have done for Pantera. So
unless they found someone else that could sing just like that. Metallica had to cancel some festival dates.
Man, at what point do you say, man, you guys have fucking nailed it? Hardwired is fucking awesome. What a great way to go out on a great fucking career. Only because the fact I like James Hetfield.
As do I.
And I understand his fucking struggles. And I don't know how you cope with those struggles of trying to be a touring musician.
I don't know, man. I mean, when the first round of rehab shit happened, we got Saint Anger out of it. Now it's starting to, because they're like right in the middle of an active cycle.
Right.
Before that, they were recording an album and then he went to rehab. So it wasn't really affecting anything at all. But the reason those festivals got canceled was because that dude has sobriety weekends.
Right.
That are mandatory, apparently.
Sure.
I think it's time.
I really do.
I think it's time.
I mean, if you can't look at Kirk Hammett and go, it's time for these guys to probably call it a day.
Yeah. And you know what? Give everybody enough time to go do some different shit for a little while. What has Lars Ulrich done? Has he been a guest drummer on anything? No.
Now he's got time, right?
Kirk Hammett's done a few guest spots. He was on an Exodus song on one of their recent albums. And Robert Trujillo can go do whatever the fuck he wants. He's Robert Trujillo.
Absolutely. Man,
and Hetfield can just be sober and live the rest of his life enjoying that shit.
Man, I forget the circle, but there was like one fucking high school in Southern California that Kirk Hammett graduated from, and a fucking bunch of people out of the same goddamn movement, really, out of that same metal time frame. And it's a large list too, man, which is shocking. Which then that tells me that Kirk can easily like get a hold of somebody. Hey, bro, look for a little side money.
Got any work? I need work. I got one more thing.
Okay.
Tool's stage show. One of the most amazing fucking things we've ever seen.
Yes.
I would put it certainly in the top 5 things I've ever seen.
I'd put it in the top 1 for me, but that's but I haven't seen as much. I'm still young. I'm just
like overall life. You've been around the world, sir.
Yeah,
well, that's a hell of a thing to say. Then, it's 3 dudes that do that fucking live experience.
Yeah.
Let's see, Mark Jacobson, Breckenridge Haggerty, and Scott Wilson. So these 3 guys do the entire show for Tool. And when we got there, and I thought it was initially weird, like, you can actually see Maynard. That's kind of weird. That guy likes to be recessed in darkness.
Yeah, he was up on a fucking riser. Yeah.
So because of that, after 18 years requesting no light, the timing this time around just felt right to start lighting Maynard. He had come to me and requested certain times that he wishes to be lit. I think if he's expecting the light to come on, it's fine. We try not to surprise him and throw him off balance.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty gnarly little evolution for his on-stage persona.
And, but he's still not really out in front. He's not like a traditional front man. The dude's like back. He's like right in the back row, you know? I mean, he's back there with Danny Carey, on a riser, doing his shit, And
he had multiple risers of this.
Yeah.
That he would like go float on, like when he was going around and flying around on that little deal.
Yeah, right.
While Adam was just fucking jamming. Calling him Adam like I know him.
Yeah.
Another quote. This is a little bit of a lengthy one, but it really hammers the fact home just how amazing this live show is. To some may seem surprised to learn everyone at FOH is required to trigger every cue without the use of a time code. Even if that results in a few REM shots every now and then, after all, it's rock and roll. The band doesn't play to a click, so we don't have a bit stream we can latch onto. Hence, we're responsible for making everything happen on time. If something visual has to be in time, it has to be done by hand.
Yeah.
As consistent as this band is from night to night on tempo, they are not machines, which is a good thing. Lastly, cueing lasers is a combination of small time segments that are triggered and then also some free time clips that I manipulate based on the feel or timing of the music. So they also have a little bit of creative range.
Well, that's why every show is different.
And God, man, that is just the cocktail for a fucking band to see 15 or 16 times.
Shit, yeah. I mean, that's now I understand why I'm fucking running into people in the elevators like, oh yeah, it's 19th time I've seen them. Like, well, it makes sense now. But I mean, but that's the other thing too, is because most of these fucking cats, man. I mean, you go and watch whoever's fucking running the sound, running the board for the band, they're almost always going to have things automated. It's like, okay, well, here's the solo time, and it's automatically going to kick. Yeah, and they don't have to worry about it. Fucking Adam Jones up there with a pedal board in front of him, dude. It's
amazing how talented even everyone behind the scenes is in that fucking camp, dude.
Yeah, man. Well, that's what you get when you tour hard, man. Go hammer down. And it's weird to me that Maynard. It's weird to me that Maynard's still able to shift off between two other bands too.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward. We might get that Puss for album in 2020.
I think we will. I
want to see what my lovely Lady Ross is up to.
I'd be willing to bet like October, November, because nobody puts out a record in fucking December. So
yeah, well, that might be why he does it.
I don't know what your thoughts are on going and seeing Tool in Colorado. It's actually a day I got to work, but then I'm going to be paying for an expensive fucking guitar. So
yeah, man. I think this is the year of dreams, and that guitar is yours.
Yeah, potentially so. All right, MMA, they can all suck it.
Well, let's talk about February 15th.
Okay,
because let's talk about Rio Rancho.
Yeah. The Rio Rancho card, we got kind of fucked again, right?
The thing is, now, and it's weird because it's Rio Rancho, we weren't there. We made the choice not to go.
Right. And
I'm glad we did.
No, because that with the exception of the main event and a couple on the prelims, that card was mostly dog shit.
The only finish we got on the main card was main event.
Yeah.
We had two disqualifications.
Thanks to Jan Blachowicz, but
yeah, Jan Blachowicz saved that main card.
But my problem is because fucking Diego again pulls a Diego. Now, granted, the dude he was fighting, the Brazilian guy who was kicking his ass. I get that. Diego was getting his ass handed to him. Fucking gets an illegal knee, which they immediately, then that's kind of it.
Right.
The referee steps in. Like, hey, are you okay? Can you continue? He's like, hey, can I go over and talk to my life coach? Because that's who Diego brings out with him.
If I say I can't continue, does that mean I win?
Right. That's and he asked that. The mics are right there. You can hear it plain as day. And Mark Goddard said, yeah. And he said, okay, I can't continue. It's like, you fucking piece of shit. You were getting an ass kicking, and yet you steal victory from the jaws of defeat thanks to an ill-timed knee. Get it.
Let's not. Yeah, we can't argue against the fact that was an illegal knee.
Sure.
Opened him up.
Absolutely.
But you could tell that dude was ready to rumble.
Yeah.
And if he had fucking said, fuck it, let's go, it might have actually saved some face for him for that fight, because that fight was one of the weirdest goddamn fights I ever seen. I'm surprised Pereira couldn't fucking get the job done against a guy that was doing some weird shit.
Right.
This Josh Faria, is that his fucking name? Josh Fuckface.
Yeah. He's a capoeira guy, but
as ridiculous as McGregor having a movement coach. Your lifestyle coach is your only fucking guy.
There's nobody else in his corner.
In your corner.
That's it. My problem is that Diego, for me, it changed his legacy. Because now I always remember him for fucking robbing Ross Pearson, or the judges in Albuquerque anyway, stealing a fight from Ross Pearson. I'll always remember for that.
Albuquerque of a lot.
And I will also always remember him for, hey, do I get a win if I say I can't continue then? Yeah.
And guess what? Both them shits happen in Albuquerque.
Right. So Diego Sanchez can go fuck himself. I'm done with that. Anytime there's a fight in Albuquerque, I know there's going to be some shady shit. And I also know that the UFC doesn't give two shits about Albuquerque and that entire area, because they'll fucking throw dog shit and go, here, you got to buy this fight. You got it. And they will give you a main event that belongs on other cards, maybe as a prelim or maybe a start to the main card.
Oh, God.
I mean, look, I like that, Jan Blachowicz fight. I liked it. But is that really going to be your main event at most other fucking cards that the UFC's making?
No, that's your co-main.
Maybe. You know?
Well, I mean, Jan's going to get fucking John Jones now.
Yeah. Well, there's that. Which, I mean, there's some people pissed about that because Dominic Reyes, they feel he's getting screwed. So,
are we going to be? We got a big fight card next Saturday.
Yeah.
We're going to be on the air for that one.
We could. I mean, I don't mind doing this podcast. It doesn't bother me too much. It just when it starts feeling like a job after a while.
Right.
All right.
Well, I was just asking because if not, then we might want to go and just offer up some picks for that bitch.
Yeah, I think we will. I think we're good. Shit, man. It's been almost an hour.
Let's get to them sweet-ass, beautiful picks.
All right. Let's see. What you drinking?
I'm fucking drinking that Friday beer, which tastes different than any other beer.
It's got a different kick to it.
Punch you right in the dick and ball.
At least to quote Budweiser, their social media
Friday
account.
Beers just taste different.
It's got a different kick to it. Yeah.
It's very true.
Yeah, I'm man, you know what's weird? We go through rye whiskey like crazy around here through the summer. Not so much in the winter. Seems a little backwards, but I might try to get in some rye later. Maybe. We do have Ruben joining us here shortly, so
got to stay as straight head as we possibly can.
Yeah, I don't want him coming over here and fucking throwing down puns and I can't retort.
That's true. You got to be able to fence properly with Ruben verbally.
Let's see. Music pick.
Do you first?
In honor of LJ, I'm going to do some old school Metallica. Some Injustice for All, I guess.
Yeah. I dig. I'm going to piggyback on that.
Okay. No fights, so go fuck yourself. Yeah.
Who do you think would win in a fight?
Oh, great.
Macho Man Randy Savage, Harley Race.
We're talking like a real fight or a wrestling fight?
A real fight.
Real fight? Macho Man all day long.
You don't think Harley Race beat Shab?
Not the Harley Race. I remember that big old fat blubber tits.
Yeah, but that was like grandpa blubber, man, where like you touch it and it was like stone.
Maybe, but
that dude's apparently a hard man. I'm picking Harley Race in a real fight.
Okay.
I mean, he outlived Macho Man too. Macho Man died of a heart attack. Harley Race just died of being a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, I know, but you do a lot of copious amount of cocaine and steroids in your life. You know, that's
yeah. That's
how you get to
why
talk.
it's hard to be a pro wrestler.
Why you get to talk like this.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be talking about all this shit. I'm going to have to remember to normalize this entire episode, especially that last bit. Sorry, folks.
Probably so.
You shouldn't listen to it with headphones on.
No.
You should listen to us in a large room with 5.1 surround sound.
And your family gather around.
Yes, even the little ones.
The little ones especially.
Bring the little ones in to listen to the knowledge of the realm.
All right. Hey, you assholes. We'll do it again next week. How's that? We'll catch up with you then. And fucking LJ, keep your head up, bro. And fucking back at it, huh?
Let's go get drunk.
Oh, please.